I have not always been the healthiest guy. There was definitely a time in my life where I was drinking, partying, eating a bunch of junk, and basically just relying on being young and a little bit active to keep myself from totally falling apart. Well, it didn't work, but here's the thing. Everything changed when I shifted my mindset, and this is where the magic happens. If you can change your mindset on health, you can absolutely change your life. What once was out of reach and seemed so far away becomes your new reality. I'm Derek from Simnett Nutrition. I'm a holistic nutritionist, and I absolutely love helping people take control of their health, take control of their lives so that they can live the most fulfilling lives possible. It's fresh into the new year, and I know a lot of people are trying to make some healthy changes. And I have a ton of videos on different healthy recipes and foods that we should be eating, but I know what a lot of people need is that mindset shift in order to get started. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 powerful ideas that absolutely transformed my health that I'm sure are going to help you too. Number 1, focus on daily habits over long-term goals. So when we're thinking about health, it's really easy to get carried away in the big picture of things. So we make these huge goals like losing weight, maybe running a marathon, building a bunch of muscle, which is great. However, that is not what creates long-lasting health. It's the tiny actions, the little choices that we make every day that create that long-lasting health. Things like eating healthy, getting out for that jog, or even hitting the gym. And then even with those smaller daily habits broken down, we can break those down into even smaller bite-sized chunks to make them easier to complete. So take building muscle, for example. Well, you know that you're probably going to need to go to the gym. In order to build muscle at the gym, you're going to need some sort of plan. Well, you don't know how to make a plan, you're probably going to need to find a trainer. Can't find a trainer or you can't afford one, well, you're probably going to need to go online and look up some type of free program or something like that. So it's just breaking big steps down into smaller little daily habits that you can complete that will help you kind of reach that final goal. Basically, small steps lead to big changes. And it's not about being perfect. This is not about perfection. You don't have to do everything right. It's about doing something right consistently. And like with many things in life, your success is not defined by one big moment. It's the choices that you make along the way. Number 2, willpower is like a muscle. So the more that you use it, the more you exercise it, the stronger that it gets. And I always like to think back on this whenever I'm starting something new, trying to change my habits, is that it will be very difficult in the beginning, but it definitely gets easier over time. And I love this ancient Chinese proverb that goes, everything must be hard before it becomes easy. It's easy to compare to working out. So whether you're lifting weights or you started running or something like that, it is so difficult in the beginning, but then over time, it becomes easier. You get stronger, your cardio gets better, your body adapts to the miles and the running that you're doing. Willpower works the same way. Every time that you make a positive choice and you're resisting temptation, and you're making a choice towards that goal that you have, you are training your willpower, and it definitely gets easier over time. Sure, there will be tough days, we all have them, but every time you push through, even just a little bit, you're adding resilience and you're building up that willpower, just like adding another rep at the gym, putting another half kilometer onto your runs. You want to help yourself as much as possible though, so you want to eliminate temptations where you can. So I have this saying that I often say to myself when I'm at the grocery store and I'm looking at buying something that I know I don't necessarily have the willpower to resist. I say, if it's in the house, it goes in the mouth. And I know it sounds a little dirty, so get your mind out of the gutter, but this actually works. So I know that there's some foods like granola and chips and different things that I just don't have strong enough willpower to resist. And the same goes for alcohol for me. If it's in the house, it goes in the mouth. So when I don't want to consume these things, I just do not purchase them and I don't keep them in my house. And what I find is consistency often takes the burden off of willpower. So what I mean by this is if you just don't have to think about something that you're super consistent with, there is no willpower that's needed. You just do the thing. So this is why pretty much every time I come home from workout, I just automatically reach for the blender, throw some bananas in there, some frozen fruit, a bit of protein powder, and maybe some greens, and make a nice high protein smoothie. And I don't even have to think about it. I know that I enjoy it, it makes me feel great, and it helps me to reach my goals and to stay healthy. The fewer decisions that you have to make will make it easier for you to stay on track. Number 3, food is fuel. So when we think about the next meal, when we think about food, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that everything we eat has to be this like flavor explosion, like the best thing that we've ever had. And don't get me wrong, I love a really tasty meal as much as the next person. But if we're always chasing the next food high, we can lose track of what food is really meant to do for us, and that is to nourish and fuel us. Our bodies are incredible machines. Every single cell, every organ, every movement we make depends on the fuel that we give our bodies through the food that we eat. When you start seeing food as fuel, you're not just eating for pleasure anymore, you are eating to power your life. That shift in perspective is a game changer. So does this mean that we have to stop enjoying our food and just eat super plain foods in order to be healthy? No, it definitely doesn't mean that. But you do want to make sure that you're eating good, whole, nutrient-dense foods that are bright and colorful. So I know that everyone knows how to put a plate of healthy foods together, but making it taste good is different. And that's why I created the Easy Vegan Dressings and Sauces ebook. So if you need help making your healthy food taste amazing, definitely check out my recipe ebook because I designed it for this exact purpose. So the next time you sit down to eat that healthy, nourishing bowl of quinoa and lentils and greens and colorful veggies and delicious sauce, realize that you're not just sitting down because it's lunchtime. You're sitting down to fuel your life. You're fueling the fact that you'll be able to focus better at work, your next workout once you get home after work, or take the dog for a walk, or whatever. You are fueling your life, and you're going to be so much better off for it. Number 4, think about your future self. So this one seems to really work for me because I love myself now, and I love the future self that I'm creating. And I want to set myself up for success in the future, to be the healthiest that I can be so I can continue to do all the things that I love to do. Think about it like this. Every single decision that you make about your health is like a fork in the road. And one path leads to the healthiest, strongest version of you, and the other path leads to breaking down that foundation. So for me, it just works to think of imagining my future self and what I want myself to look like, to feel like, and to be like, and then I make decisions that will support that rather than the other. Number 5, crowd out the bad stuff. So this simple yet powerful way of approaching your eating and your meals is absolutely a game changer, and it's more simple than you think. What I mean by crowding out is that by focusing on eating more healthy foods, you leave less room for the unhealthy stuff. So we only have so many calories to eat in a day, so much time to prepare food, so much room on your plate to actually eat. So if you're just packing that full of the healthy stuff, it definitely leaves a lot less room for the unhealthy stuff. So this isn't about strict rules or deprivation. It is about abundance. It's about thinking of all the things you can eat and not the things that you can't. So this strategy works for a few different reasons. One is that nutrient density satisfies you. So when foods are absolutely full of vitamins and minerals and fiber and water, think fresh fruits and vegetables, legumes, nuts and seeds, and all that good stuff, your body gets what it needs, so it doesn't end up craving more of the junk foods and the stuff that you don't want to be eating. Volume matters. So when you fill up on the foods like the ones that I just mentioned that are high in volume but low in calories, they tend to fill up your stomach so you don't overdo it on the calories. Habit adaptation. So the more that you consume these healthy foods, the more that your taste buds will adapt, your microbiome actually changes, and you'll actually start to crave these foods. You'll realize how much better these foods are making you feel, and over time you will naturally start choosing those over less healthy options. So that's pretty much it. And really what it all boils down to and what all these things have in common is delayed gratification. And what this means is just resisting short-term temptations for long-term success or long-term rewards. And if you can just understand this and master this using the tips that I've given you, you can pretty much have anything you want in life. Okay, maybe not anything, but you can unlock a lot of your potential, whether it be in health, in fitness, in business or finances or anything like that. Delayed gratification is key. Put in the work now to get what you want later. So that's it for motivational Simnett nutrition today. I hope you enjoyed the video and hopefully it helped you out. And let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it and what you think of these motivational type videos, because I love helping to inspire people, and I've done 500 plus videos on meals and different healthy foods, and I think this is really what people need help with. So comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another video. If you want to make your healthy meals taste even better, check out my latest recipe ebook, Easy Vegan Dressings and Sauces. There's 35 amazing oil-free recipes in there that are sure to transform any meal. There's a link in the description box down below.